Hey, good morning, everybody. Peter Vexton here. I got one of my partners, Steve Policella, on the other line. How are you, Steve?
What's up here?
Good to see you. Good to see you this morning. You're at work, and I'm at the lake house with a boat behind me and doing fun things today, even though we are quarantined, not supposed to do anything. But
That is true.
the boats bum around out there. Hey, I'm glad you're here. I know you're in the middle of work day. I appreciate you taking a couple minutes away. So look, good stuff. We already did a deal. We already split profits. We'll get into that in a minute. First of all, tell us a little about yourself.
Live in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and worked for the city of Virginia Beach. I've worked here for about 16 years, but I've also I'm a realtor. So I've been a realtor for since 2012. So pretty familiar with that end of the business, and did that to have a backup plan in case something fell through with my job.
Yep. So what transitioned you, or what's the goal as far as being a real estate investor?
So that's my retirement plan. The city is good to work for. The retirement is a government retirement, so it's okay. It's not the best, but the plan is to use real estate investing to have a very comfortable retirement.
There you go. There you go. How'd you hear about me and Partner Driven?
I think it was a Facebook ad, if I remember right.
Okay. And so we're already working on a deal. Well, we already closed the deal. Tell us how you find it.
I did a Facebook ad. So I did a Facebook ad for, buy ugly houses and the ad cost me $250 to run on Facebook for the month.
Yep.
Got a phone call off of that ad and went there and, closed the deal.
Just like that.
Just like that. I went, I viewed it, did the pictures, called your team. We discussed some strategy.
Yep.
Because I was the agent as well as the bird dog.
Yep.
So, it's just like that. Went back, and I think I negotiated them down almost $20,000 from where they wanted to be.
Well, it's so funny. You just make it seem, I just went in, made a deal, and like 10 minutes later, oh yeah, I also negotiated the crap out of it. So what was the initial asking price?
Initially they wanted over 100,000. I think it was 110 around there is what they wanted.
And did we actually put it under contract at 110?
No.
So
we put it under contract 87.5.
87.5. So they asked for 110. You went back in there. So it sounds like it was more in one meeting, right?
It was. Mm-hmm.
More in one connection. You negotiated down to 87,000. We put under contract. We decided to do a quick turn on this deal. And what do we sell it for? And you're the realtor, which is cool. So you're able to be the person that put it back in the market for us.
Mm-hmm.
What would you end up selling it for?
1099. So 110.
110. Okay. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. And you already got your wire sometime earlier today, or not today, earlier this week. That is absolutely awesome. What's the plan now? I know the ultimate goal in a real estate business is to retire. I get it, but that's kind of like, that's a little bit out there. A lot of people interpret that differently.
Sure.
What's your personal goal in terms of how many more deals do we want to do? We're in it we're getting to the middle of this year. What's the goal for the rest of the year?
That's a good question. So I would love to turn one a month.
Yep.
With Partner Driven, plus obviously my business as well. So I mean, things are moving well on that end. But if I could turn one a month,
okay,
through Partner Driven, either the flips or the wholesaling, that would be fantastic, honestly.
Right. That's awesome. And right before we started recording this, I told Steve, and I said, listen, I'm going to personally work with you. Aside from just our staff, let's get this into the next level. Let's get this into high gear. I mean, my everybody here says the world about you. Everybody loves you to pieces. Love your attitude, love everything about you. So that's awesome. So I'm going to start holding you accountable, start giving you tips. Let's get this thing, let's really get this thing to at least once a month, and then really start scaling from that point on. Does that sound good?
Yeah, man, that sounds great.
Yeah,
I think
awesome.
once a month is a realistic goal for the rest of 2020.
Well, the interesting thing is, and I know that we didn't, talk about it ahead of time, but that's the very first goal I have for people. Like for people, every once in a while people get in and literally I mean, we've had partners that when they start with us, literally they're like, I just want to do one deal and then I'm done. We have partners that honestly, we have partners with us. Their goal is to do one deal a year or something like that. Right. And so for people like yourself that have this kind of a long-term plan, that's the first thing I always say. The first kind of measurable goal that we want to get to is once a month, because it's very achievable, it's hittable, but also kind of challenges you and things like that. All right, so you and I are going to document that journey. Sound good?
Sounds good, man.
All right, perfect. Hey, listen, there's people listening to this. They're going to be like, well, gosh, does it make sense to partner with Peter and partner driven staff? What's your feedback on that?
It does. So even though I've got experience in the real estate world as a realtor, it's a different ballgame as an investor. So partner driven is really teaching me that end of the business, which will not only help my business, but will also help my clients as they come in too. So I'm really learning a lot as far as the numbers, what makes it work, timelines, the important things to the investor and how to find those off-market properties too.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Listen, I appreciate you. You're no nonsense. You're kind of like me. Let's set up something achievable. Let's go hit it. Then let's go to the next one. Appreciate it. I'm glad you're a partner. I look forward to doing many, many more deals. Thanks, Steven.
Sounds good though.